Where's at the back there? Georging it up. Way.
So,
So what do we say about PS4?
so
Just
yeah, let's do so. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Start point. If people are wondering why we're reacting like that, we've not had the best. What? How long we've been? Half an hour. And we found out that with two people, we cannot do a podcast with two people.
No. It turns out we can't hold a conversation with us. It's impossible.
We're terrible at it.
Who'd have thought it? The two most charismatic guys I know.
I know, right?
I know.
Terrible.
So, guys, welcome to the CTG Podcast, episode 108. It is Wednesday, the 24th of August. As always, you have me, GD. We have Matt, we have Shimmy, and we have Paul, also known as Tattastic Gamer. How are you guys this week?
Good, thank you.
Thank
Very
you.
well.
So,
Very good.
if people have noticed, we're not actually in our usual box. Me and Matt are over on Minecraft at the moment because, well, we're getting things prepared for next week. And because we've been getting things prepared for next week, everything kind of messed up with the whole streaming project. Yes, I have screwed stuff up again.
So how have you screwed it up? I don't understand what you've done.
I've lost half the images
What, you deleted them?
by accident.
God. Aren't they in the Dropbox?
I didn't actually think about the Dropbox.
Oh,
Well, it's too late. It's too late now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is in charge.
I know. Well, technically we have now. Remember, we've got it in the Dropbox.
Yeah, now we have it. Never mind, let's just pretend I've not said that so we can carry on pretending
yeah.
we deleted it.
Yeah, just bleep that bit out.
Just leave that bit out.
Pretend Shimmy said something really offensive and we'll be fine.
So, anyway, guys, it's been a bit of a slow week in news this week, but we are getting close to PlayStation's big announcement on the 7th of September. And because of that big announcement, there has been rumours going around. First of all, we already know that Neo is pretty much going to be announced there, because it is around about that time we would hear something about it, especially with Microsoft's Project Scorpio is supposed to be coming out at the end of next year.
Yeah.
But we've now also heard about a PlayStation 4 Slim, first of all. Do you think that's a good idea? Especially when we kind of picked on Xbox One's S.
I was kind of seeing this podcast earlier with these two guys. They weren't very good, and they were talking about this PS Slim. And then basically they just said, is it going to be good? And well, they said, one of them was mumbling, and the other one said, no, it's not a good idea because they've got this other PlayStation coming out. So and that was it. Then they moved on, and then they said they had no news to talk about. It was weird. So I come over to here to help you guys out.
What a terrible podcast that sounds like.
It's a terrible podcast. I think they were playing like Minecraft or something gay like that. But yeah. So basically, I thought actually it's a good idea because that's just what they do, isn't it? When someone buys a PlayStation and they put it under that TV and they look at it and think, that's some bulky ass piece of equipment. I want to put like my controllers on top of there, but I can't because it's too close to everything else. And it just looks scruffy and it's hard to clean. And it's just, I want something small and sexy. I want that sexy vibe. I want the smooth look. I want to bring a girl round, and she says, "Damn, baby, that PlayStation looks slim and sexy, just like your bum." And you'll be like, "Yeah, it's because I do squats."
But then
That's
again,
the sort of vibe you want to put out. You know what I mean?
but then again,
That's
I like
exactly the vibe they're going for. I bet that came up in their meeting as well.
That's it.
But then again, I like the look of the PlayStation 4 as it is now. But
Yeah, but it's just going to be a smaller one.
well, it sounds like it's just going to be
Slimmer one.
quite slim. Yeah, when it's slim, I mean pretty much flat. But it's more to the point that we have Neo coming out, which we already have an idea. This is going to be a much more powerful PlayStation. We understand why they're going to be doing it because of the VR. Well, VR pretty much taking up most of the world at the moment, even though it's not as popular as we thought it was going to be. But this is weird, this generation. I think this is the first time we have it in a generation where we are having these 0.5s. The thing is, we used to having a slimmer version. For example, like I've got the 360 Slim on my side behind me.
On your side behind you?
On my side
I was
behind
wondering
me.
about that.
Oh, Tattastic's here.
You just sound like we're in 5 dimensions or something.
And
Yes.
I'll go find them. You stay here, I'll go find them.
You go find him, right. So, so when it comes to the Slim version, I don't usually count that. I count that more of a, well, we are just, it's easier to make what the console can already do with cheaper, smaller parts. I think this is the first time I've seen a generation come through that isn't a new generation of consoles where they've said, yeah, we're going to be bringing out a more powerful piece of tech to a point that it is, you could count it as a new console.
I thought the Xbox Elite was a better version, and then they did the Slim version of the Elite, didn't they?
Yeah, but no, Elite was
Which
more
was,
of it was a bigger hard drive. I think that's what it was. It wasn't anything better tech-wise. I think it's
Well, it
only
was
the
because
hard
the
drive.
white ones kept blowing up with the red ring of death and stuff
Oh
like that.
God, yeah, I remember that.
Mine blew up. I tried to do the old overheat hack, which didn't really work, so I just threw it out my bedroom window and went and bought another one.
I remember with that because I ended up having the old 360 at one point, and I think it was more I was having problems with what size memory it had on it because it was a 60 gig, wasn't it, when it first came
Yeah,
out?
I think so. Yeah.
And so I was coming to a point where I'm thinking, look, I need more space for this kind of thing.
You didn't actually have to download your games then, did you?
No,
To your hard drive.
no. So it was a couple of years before I came to this conclusion. I think the S had just come out at that point. So I ended up selling my old 360 to one of my friends.
Hmm.
And
Hang on a minute. You've got friends?
I have friends, yeah.
Had friends.
Thanks,
Had
guys.
No, step with us.
Until I sold him a broke Xbox, and then he didn't want to play with me anymore.
Talking about that. Well, I found out, I think, a couple of days after he had actually bought the 360 off me, it ended up getting the red ring of death.
Oh,
Devastation.
And it worked perfectly for me for the how many years I had that system. And I said to him, look, mate, you should have told me. I would have sorted it out for you. Instead, he had already thrown it away. And I think it took him about a month, 2 months to tell me that had actually happened.
Oh, I did that with a car and sold my car, and the head gasket went 6 months later on this girl. So dev gutted for her.
What I found about
that sounded like an innuendo, I'm sorry.
Head gasket blew up the girl. Blew on the girl, yeah. Mike, you're just sexual, baby. Should,
Things you
Snapchat
can't
later.
unhear.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll Snapchat later, boy.
But
Bye.
anyway, like you said, it is weird that this time they've actually pretty much come out and said, right, these two systems are extremely powerful. Has this happened because of VR coming out and that they are on about bringing it over? Well, we already know one of them's going to be going to consoles with the PlayStation VR itself. But rumours of the, is it the Vive or the Oculus is going to be coming over to Microsoft, to the Xbox One?
Maybe. So what you're saying is that they're building more powerful consoles because of the need for it to be more powerful because of VR.
Yes.
They wouldn't have done that without VR. So if there was no VR, if this was an alternative non-canon Dragon Ball Z timeline where VR didn't come out,
Yeah,
then
I
we
don't
would
think
not
they
see
would
more
have had the
powerful
upgrade.
consoles and we just go straight for the Slim.
Yeah, I think that's what they would have done. I think they would have just gone with the slim version of it. They wouldn't have brought out a new, much more powerful console because of this. I think it's because of this new piece of hardware which is coming out, which you could easily say is the next step in gaming. That has caused it to move to bring these more powerful consoles a lot quicker. Because consoles have always been playing catch up with PC, haven't they? And the line is blurring a lot more, especially this generation. For example, look at what not Nintendo. Look at what Microsoft are doing with their Play Anywhere.
Yeah.
So if people don't know what Play Anywhere is, it's that you can buy a game that is playable on both Xbox One and the Windows 10, and you only pay one price. So, for example, like the cross-play for the PlayStation.
Yeah. So you can play it on your computer, on your Xbox, and then when your girlfriend says, "Listen, I want to watch the Gilmore Girls on Netflix," and you can say, "All right," and then you can just save it, and then you can carry on playing on your PC.
Yeah. Yeah, because the saves and achievements will cross. I think that's the only thing is that games like that had achievements on the PlayStation and the Xbox One, they were separate, so you could have doubled your gamer score through it. This time you won't be able to because they both be sharing the same score, and it's only on selected games at the moment, mainly Microsoft Studio games that will be able to do that. I think the first game that's going to be doing it is Recall, which comes out next month.
All right. Total Recall.
Not Recall. All
right.
Do you know the what? Do you remember the dog from E3 2015, where it got killed, and then she took the core out of it and put it into something else?
Oh yeah. That. And it was like a giant golem.
Yeah. Which I've actually looked into that. You're paying £30 for that game. That's quite a good price for a game which I'm hoping we haven't really seen much about.
It seemed like a good concept, to be honest. I think we mentioned that at the time. It did seem like a good idea of a game concept.
What was that, Paul?
It's the team that made Metroid are working on it, aren't they?
Yeah. It's like a sort of I think it is.
What?
It's the people who made Metroid.
Oh right.
I think.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. But look, at least they're making something. It's the closest thing that you're going to get to a proper Metroid game by the sounds of things. Billy, get yourself an Xbox. Sorry.
Come on. Poor Billy. Has he got married and moved to Thailand?
Well, at the moment, he's been moving stuff around, he told me. So, I don't know what he's
up to. What, like his furniture?
Yeah, Billy, come back. We're missing you here, mate.
Missing the Bants, babe. We need some Bradbury action.
But, sticking with the PlayStation meeting, it's not the only thing that has been rumoured that might be announced on the 7th as well. By the sounds of things, there might also be announcements of a new handheld coming out in the Sony family. So, do you think they should... Yeah, end of the Vita. Well, the Vita ended ages ago. They just don't know about it yet. But do you think it's a good idea that they're going to try the handheld again, especially when the last two really didn't make that much of a splash?
Maybe.
I sort of think Nintendo have the grip on the handheld.
Well, and I think Nintendo are struggling a little bit with the handheld.
Yeah.
Their competition isn't PlayStation. It isn't Sony when it comes to the handheld. It's mobile devices and stuff like that. And it has been now for a couple of years. So, it'll be interesting to see if they are doing a handheld, what they're going to be doing with it. Will it be just a PlayStation Now accessory? Or just one thing I'm hoping if they do that, make your memory cards available everywhere.
Yeah,
don't make it so that you are the only ones that sell that memory card, because people will not buy them then.
Aww.
I ended up buying one memory card for my Vita, and instead of what I would prefer keeping the games on there so I can easily go back to them, I ended up deleting most of the games. Which is annoying. Well, uninstalling them, sorry.
Install?
Yeah.
Such a bad man.
It's not my fault. I'd rather have the space and play a different game than having to buy a memory card that is about 16 gig for around about 50, 60 quid.
Well, I bought a memory card and then I thought I'll sell it again. So I went to this pawn shop and the guy went, "Hi, my name's Rick Harrison and this is my pawn shop. I work here with my old man and my son, Big Hoss. And in 23 years, I've learnt one thing. You never know what's going to come through the door." I said, "Listen, buy this SIM card off me for £5. The best I can do is £2.50.
He's been keeping it in since episode 70. But it'll be interesting to see what they bring out, and especially with the stories of the PlayStation Plus price is going up in US and Canada starting from next month.
Yep.
Canada?
Canada, yeah, Canada in US is the first time Canada's actually been named in something, in anything, really.
Canada, isn't that in Australia?
Canada's in Australia, yes.
Okay.
We'll send you to Canada one day, okay? I just
Okay.
looked at Matt then. This is weird. I'm talking to Shimmy, and he's just, yeah.
There's a
I
reason.
don't
Have you seen what
Minecraft
my
on the
character
Xbox.
looks like? That's why
Yeah.
you're thinking I'm Shimmy.
Oh yeah, that's how it is, mate.
Sorry, mate.
Well,
Listen, look, it's
you know that
between.
lack of teeth.
I like to point out it's either the hobo or the alien.
I don't know. Alien, go, yeah. What are you, GD?
I'm a gentleman creeper.
I want to be no
Don't-
one.
Guys, don't turn away from that.
Bobo's got a big cock nose.
Who was? Oh yeah, Matt does.
But it's not going to be the alien, is it? Look,
Alien's got no nose.
we might have gone
Matt,
off track.
Wait,
here.
I'm
come
not
on, give him a
alien,
chance. He
I'm
might
Gareth.
have a nose. Yeah, we have gone off a little bit track there, haven't we? But yeah, talking about instead of rumors with PlayStation, there is one truth that has come out. PlayStation Now, it is now available on the PC starting from today, the 24th of August, with announcement of a what's it called? A dongle coming, a wireless Bluetooth dongle coming out, so you can play your DualShock 4 without actually having to plug it in,
Alright.
which is going to cost around about $25.
What, you have to plug them DualShock 4s in?
Yeah, you've got to plug them in to play it.
Why?
I have no idea. It's just that's what it does. It's like when I've because I've got the remote play on PC, which I use sometimes.
Right.
And the only way that you can play it is Paul's made a friend.
Oh, what happened to your head?
What, mine?
No.
That's just the shape of
Pause.
it.
Oh God.
I'm behind it. I can't see what you're seeing, so it's not happened yet. Is it the wolf
I'm-
that's coming now?
Yeah, it's the wolf that's coming
Yeah.
down, and then
No, and then it
Paul
gets
just changes
weirder.
it. Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. Anyway.
let's-
Yeah. So you've got to plug
Sort
it
of
in.
turn around for me, look.
Oh,
Yeah, what happened to your head? You've got like a proper Mr. Shmee.
it's like it's just been smushed onto a block.
I'm shattered now from nothing.
But
Likes to hunt wolves.
don't do that to the wolf. It's not good for the camera. No, run, Wolf. Run.
Bye.
Don't chase the wolf. It's not worth it. But yeah. So playing remote play, I've got to plug it in to actually play it, or it doesn't pick up the controller.
That is some bull.
Have you actually looked at that? Tried that PlayStation now?
I have actually tried it. Yeah, I personally do like it, but I don't think it's worth how much it is. I've tried the subscription one, not the actual renting of a game.
Yeah, I tried the
Yeah.
30 days free, and I tried to play God of War, and it was like, your number, God of War Ascension, I think it was.
Yeah, you've got to actually queue up to play it.
Yeah, it's like, your number so-and-so in a queue. And then I was like, alright. And then I just had to sit and wait until it was my go. Oh, this is bullshit.
Well, the thing is, I didn't.
Imagine Netflix if you put, I want to watch Breaking Bad. Hold on.
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying-
are-
Hold on, there's three
Watch
people
that
ahead of you.
episode. Yeah.
You get to watch the series in 3 hours. Yeah, that is the bad idea what they did there. You shouldn't have to queue up to play a game. This isn't an arcade. If I want to do that, I would actually go to an arcade.
Obviously, you can go and play other games, can't you? And it'll
Yeah.
tell you when it's your go. But
But that's not the point.
It now.
Yeah, exactly.
PlayStation now, it's in the name. PlayStation in 2 hours, it should be called.
Look, I give PlayStation, I give Sony the due. This is the first time someone's really fully attempted to do something like this on a console, at least. And it's interesting. It's still something that people do talk about at times, but I don't think it has taken off as much as they was hoping to. But it's like looking right now. I think the PlayStation, they have around about 200, maybe 200, 300 games in their library that you can play. and you do get your trophies through it. So, Paul, stop changing your skin, mate. It's weird. Yeah. So you do get trophies. It's pretty much treated as a proper game when you're playing it. As in, it feels like it's actually been installed into your console, which I think you do have to do. Actually install it a little bit before you play it.
Yep.
So, but then, like I said, it's now available on PC, which, okay, yeah, I might have a go of it. I might see what it's like. Because, look, you get to play PlayStation games on your PC, which you probably would never usually get a chance to do.
Yeah, but for stuff like people who haven't got one to play, like Last of Us and things like that.
Yeah. So, yeah, give PlayStation to do. They sort of know what they're doing, and it'll be interesting to find out what is happening on the 7th. We're more than likely going to hear a few more rumours from that. Yeah, let's hope for the best, and hopefully Neo will not be announced until next year now. Now we've got a slim version coming out first.
That's it. Neo.
Neo.
Yeah, the chosen one.
Yep. Well, they always, like you said, they always seem to... I've certainly got some kind of love for The Matrix or something.
I think it's a deep-seated sexual fantasy.
Because
Yeah.
it wasn't... it was Project Morpheus for the VR, wasn't it?
Yeah. But they chose the wrong pill, so they had to scrap that.
I think I heard rumours that the PS4's code name was Oracle.
The Oracle.
The Oracle, yeah.
I've seen that skit.
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
Good, don't they?
Anyway, let's move over to Microsoft. So the announcement of the Games with Gold offering for September has been announced. On
Microsoft, that's what you call a midget with erectile problems. Microsoft.
You're right, Matt.
I think we just accidentally drew the same thing.
Yeah,
Did you guys just draw penises in the snow?
Yep.
With no communication.
Two dirty bastards.
What the hell, guys?
Same
This
size
is
and
sacred
everything, though,
ground.
Wow.
Anyway, like I said, Games with Gold for September. So the games coming out from the 1st is Earthlock. Where is it? Oh, I had it here. Earthlock Festival of Magic, which is going to be released on the same day. So it's going to be timed exclusive on the Xbox One for a month when they get it for free. And also Assassin's Creed Chronicles China will be made available starting from the 16th to October the 15th. So that's the other Xbox One title. And then for the Xbox 360 versions, who just fell through the ice?
Help me.
You're right down there.
There's no water down there anyway.
Yeah, Matt, try and save him. Anyway, on the Xbox 360, you have Forza Horizon from September the 1st to September the 15th, and now there's water down there.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O.
And from September the 16th to the 30th, it's Mirror's Edge. Not Mirror's Edge Catalyst, the first Mirror's Edge.
Mirror's Edge.
Yeah, so I give... Seems like some decent games there. It'd be alright if I didn't own most of them already.
I've never played any of those games.
First one, I like the first one. I'm looking forward to playing it again.
Which one's that, sorry?
Mirror's Edge, the first
Yeah.
Mirror's Edge.
Well, yeah, same here. I've been wanting to play Catalyst, but I've never actually gotten around to playing it yet. Because I've got that EA access, I've got that 10-hour trial stuff, which has become useful now, I would say. I would say Forza Horizon is a really good game. Assassin's Creed Chronicles China, kind of wish it was all free. And Earthlock, I can't really judge that one yet because it's going to be coming out on that day anyway.
Yeah, it's like a turn-based RPG.
Yeah.
Kickstarter funded one.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah. So I'm gonna have a go of it, and when that comes out on the 1st, so that is a week on Thursday. So, which is also CTG's 5th anniversary. So, let's move away. No more of that. Ow, what? Why? Ow, feelings. You guys got anything you want to talk about, first of all, while I'm looking? Well, you've turned into a king.
I always was a king. I've just finally started showing it.
Like Queen.
Is there any new stories you guys have noticed that has come out this week that you want to talk about?
No.
No?
Good talk.
I think there was some. Well, I can't remember.
Well, PlayStation Go's had an update.
Sorry guys, I went to get some
Pokemon
cake
Go.
and milk.
That's it. Yeah.
Really, Pokemon Go is what you're in before, not
Not
PlayStation,
PlayStation
Go.
Go.
Did I say PlayStation Go?
You
Yeah.
did say PlayStation Go.
I am not in the best of minds, am I, today?
As
You
it
seen that
shows.
new update though?
Yeah, they've had a new update. So have you guys seen this new update
I
that has actually come
haven't
out?
used it yet.
Yeah, so if people don't know what this update is, they've now added the ability for your team
Captain.
leader,
Reader.
yeah, to appraise your Pokemon.
And
So-
it gives you hints as to what attacking strengths it's
Yeah.
good at.
So, for example, I'm going to just go on it right now, and I am going to go on Snuggles, who is my Dragonite that I caught. Yeah. And then I caught a Dragonair the day after.
Go off.
Motion.
Oh, it's been, yeah, that's the best thing ever.
I've seen someone put a picture of a Venomoth, and they called it Dick. And this guy went, "Whoa, your dick is huge."
Yeah, I've seen Heavenly sent one. She's named Tentacruel Cock, and the same thing.
I swear before, though, they wouldn't let you have names like that, did they? Or have it always been that way?
Maybe not. I mean,
no.
Dick's short for Richard, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
they're American, they don't really say Dick as a crude
Yeah,
word. They
and-
say cock or
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Johnson.
Johnson. And Cock is pretty much short for cockerel.
yeah.
Yeah, so you can't really, especially when there's birds in the game.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I've got Snuggles here, and I'm going to press appraise, and this is what my gym leader, Spark, because I am Team Instinct, says, "Hey GDW Nori."
That's it. I'm walking away. I'm done.
I come back. What are you?
I'm not gonna say.
Say it.
I'm not causing arguments
One
today.
minute.
He's one of them homosexual mystics.
No, I think he's one of those short-tempered valors.
And I'm never gonna say now. 'Cause I'm offended
Say
either
it.
way.
Say it. You
No,
pussy.
no, my feelings are hurt. I'm staying quiet.
Say it. We love you anyway.
Everyone loves me.
Yeah.
gonna say.
Especially me.
Then he's mystic. But then again, it did sound a little bit stroking his own ego there, so he could still be valor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, this is what Spock says. Hey, GDW Nori. GDW Nori. Hey, GDW Nori. You want me to check out your Snuggles? Overall, your Snuggles look like they can really battle with the best of them. Its best quality is its attack.
So you can attack people with snuggles,
With
is what I'm
Snuggles,
hearing.
yeah. It stats the best I've ever seen, no doubt about it. That's why I think. See ya.
Wow, what a great insight into the world of Pokemon.
No, I love it more because that is the only thing that's been really updated since this game.
Yeah,
has come.
they haven't done tracking or anything like that, but they've added that.
They've added tracking, and look, I like the idea of what they plan to do with the tracking, and it seems to be working to people who have got access to it already.
What?
So if you don't know, they have been testing beta with the new tracking system. That if there's a Pokemon near a Pokestop,
Oh, it comes up with the
yeah, with
It'll
the
show
actual
the picture of
Pokestop,
the
yeah.
Pokestop, yeah.
And then I think if you click on it, it gives you an idea where about that Pokemon will be near that Pokestop.
It'll only be in the vicinity of the Pokestop, so which is about the same size as your circle. So if you walked into the middle of it, it should pop up.
Yeah. So, but yeah, they've also said that they are working on other things to come, which, look, I'm happy that they're working on things. I'm still enjoying the game myself to a point that I still end up texting people saying, look what I've caught.
Wonder if you texted.
I texted, yeah. Oh, come on, you got to be impressed that I've managed to catch a motherfucking Dragonite.
I
was
was, but
very-
then
I
you
was
said
very
it twice
happy for you.
more, so I stopped.
It's a Dragonite called Snuggles.
What did you have to use to catch it? Because did you catch it at that CP?
Yeah, I caught it at that CP. Right, people
it
don't
danced
know
as well, or
because
did you
we
track
haven't
it down?
actually got a clip on it. The CP of my Dragonite is 1,774, which is
Well,
the
that must have
highest.
been fun to catch.
Do you know what's more fun about it? I only use a raspberry and a Ultra Ball to catch it.
What?
Just one Ultra Ball.
I don't even have Ultra Balls yet, so.
But yeah, it's one of those things that, you know, I was near a bunch of Pokestops with lures on them. So it was more of a...
Cheated, so you say.
It's not cheating if it's the same spot that everybody
cats.
use. I think if
Well,
people don't
everybody
know...
who's local, the
Everybody-
people who say live in the countryside who don't have any, it's not quite so easy.
Oh, come on, you've got plenty of Pidgeys out there.
Yeah, I know, I have an army.
Oh, God. Yeah, I want to see that when the battle system comes in. Matt just come with his army of Pidgeys.
Just an army of Pidgeys.
I've still got my Jinx called GD.
Hey, look,
put it
that
out there.
Jinx is your most powerful Jinx, I'm guessing.
It is now because I got rid of the other one.
Yeah!
Ooh, animals.
But, yeah, so that is an update which has come. But like you said, Shimmy, people have started to drop off from it now, haven't they? Which is
Yeah, I
How many
think
people
especially-
might that be, Shimmy?
Hipsters have gone. What are you saying, Matt?
How many people might that be that's dropped off? You wouldn't happen to know, would you?
I think it's something like 10 million.
Okay.
Which
You didn't
sounds damaging, but you got to remember that there was around about 27 million at one point playing the game.
I thought it was more than that,
Uh,
wasn't it?
One
That's-
time, I think. That
at
was
one time, yeah. So it's going to be a lot more people.
Actual online
yeah.
players, yeah.
And it's saying that people have dropped off. Are the people just not playing it at the moment until there's another update?
Yeah, I think the casual hipsters have just stopped playing for a bit.
Yeah.
Interest, but the normal Pokemon goers who probably wanted to play Pokemon Go anyway, even if it wasn't,
Like us.
yeah,
But there again, though,
playing it.
the amount of kids who play this game, though, when they all end up going back to school or whatever,
It's going to drop.
do you
even
think
more.
that's going to drop down even further, though?
Well, that's what a lot of people think that 10 million is in there. Is that you got? I think kids in Australia have already gone back to school now.
Well, won't they when they're talking in school? Like my brother was going to school with his phone and playing it because they're talking to kids more in school about it because they're bored in class.
Mm.
So I
But then
thought
again-
you would have less time to play, but
Yeah.
they'd be hyped up to play it when they get home.
Exactly. So it depends on how they've done the actual study of this. It could be the fact that it's not how many people have dropped off; it's how many hours it's dropped by of people constantly using it. It's like I'm going onto the Apple App Store at the moment, and I'm gonna guess it's still in the top 5 of most downloaded games.
I don't know, it might be. I'd imagine so.
So on the free one,
What's
yeah,
the
it's
goal,
actually
yeah?
5th on the top 5 of the top charts for free games, and then for top grossing, it's number 1 still.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's the only one that's that was downloaded before it actually come out. So a lot of the
Yeah.
figures, everyone already had it before it got released.
But then again, when it was actually released in the UK, it shot up to #1 straight away because there was people like us who ended up downloading it again.
It
Just-
was within like 2 hours or something. It was
Yeah.
top, wasn't it?
The thing is, for a game, I would say it's probably going to be one of the best games of this year. Still,
Yeah, but come winter though, how many people are going to be outside trying to catch Pokemon? Realistically,
I don't think there's going to be as many. But then, will it be the fact not how many people? It's what time they'll be catching these Pokemon. And it
Yeah.
depends on what they do to bring it out to make it better.
I'll be just like sitting in my house. I'll just be in my car driving around with the heating on.
Exactly. So, and then Shimmy, you seem like one of those kind of people who would go in your car and stop near a gym just to capture it, and then drive off again.
Yep, I have found my little secret route now.
You found your own little.
Don't do it all the time, but I do it every like once a week. I'll stop and capture it or have a little look and have a little tinkle on the old fight and see what the crack is.
Do you know what I've just realised? Paul's been on the podcast now for the past 4 weeks, and for the past 4 weeks we've ended up talking about Pokemon Go at least once. Which, to a point, I'm thinking, Paul, have you started Pokemon Go yet?
No.
I really thought he's like sponsored or something. He's just not telling us.
Yeah. Shh. Nintendo. Yeah, no, it's not Nintendo. Nintendo doesn't really make any money from this.
Only thing I've caught.
Well,
is
they did
Paul
short
at the time.
term.
Yeah.
They made so much money in that period when no one had a clue that they didn't make any money off of it.
And then again, they technically have made more money from it through 3DS sales. They've said that the 3DS has become the best-selling console of the last month. And they said that the main reason was because of Pokemon Go.
But now they have the new Pokemon, which name I can't remember, coming out in the next month or so.
Sorry, what?
Then they have an actual new Pokemon game coming out in the next couple of months. I
Yeah,
don't
they've
remember the
got
name.
Pokemon Sun and Moon coming out.
Yeah.
So
You all better get it.
I'm getting it. You know which one I'm getting.
You're getting Sun.
Yeah.
I'll get Moon.
I'm
The
looking
Moon,
forward to it. It's like I've seen a clip going around at the moment. There's this like sea cucumber Pokemon, and there's a tiny little mini game where you're actually throwing them back into the sea. So you're technically throwing Pokemon into the sea.
That's what you want.
Yeah. For no apparent reason. These Pokemon probably don't like it in the sea. That's probably why they're out of the sea in the first place.
They're not a very good sea cucumber if they don't like the sea though.
They didn't say that it was supposed to be a good sea cucumber. I still don't think it's a sea cucumber.
It's just a cucumber.
It's just a cucumber. It's not actually a Pokemon. It's just a tiny. It's just a cucumber with googly eyes on it. It's a puppet. Yeah, that's a cactus.
That's it. That is a
I was
cactus.
trying to climb it.
So, guys, I think we're getting close to the end of this weird podcast this week. So let's have a look at any other stories that have come out. So, yeah, we already spoke about that one. Halo 5 Forge for Windows 10 and Halo 5 Guardians Anvil Legacy have a release date. It is going to be coming out for Windows 10 on where's the date? Usually you guys put this September the 8th. So yeah, so you can start forging stuff on your PC by the sounds of things. If people don't know what Forge is on Halo, it's their level creator, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, some Forge action.
So there's been a patch for Deus Ex Mankind Divided, which I've played a little bit of already, and I would say it's actually really quite a good game what I've played. But then again, Deus Ex I think it's always been one of those unsung hero games type of things.
Ah,
Yeah, it's usually a really good series. It just doesn't get the recognition that it should.
no.
So what it is that there's been a crashing and mouse inverted settings, which is not good for a PC game, I'm guessing.
It's not.
Well, at least they fixed it straight away. The game only came out yesterday, so
Oh, well, I'll have to fix it straight away. It's not too bad.
yeah. We know games that don't do that.
Yeah. Tell me about it, little bastard.
GamerX is going to be returning for a fourth year in September. So that is the LGBTQ focused games convention.
Mm-hmm.
Good for them. The fourth year, especially in America. No offense, Americans, you guys, yeah. But look, we've seen who you at the moment might be getting as a president. We're worried about you guys.
All I'm saying is, vote.
Who do you vote for?
Trump, he's a true American.
Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move away from politics.
Yeah.
Yeah, new releases. Did you mention about Abduction?
No, what's Abduction?
The creators of Myst and Riven series, if you have ever played them.
No.
No.
It's a
But
PC
explain.
game. Hey?
Explain, go for it.
Yeah,
It
explain.
is Myst and Riven. Like, one of these, like, kind of like not a point-and-click adventure game, so to speak,
Oh,
but they
God,
were like,
yeah, I know what Myst is now.
had the original, like, photographic type, amazing graphic, like, scenery, and then you just click and solve puzzles and stuff.
Oh,
And you get all these, like, puzzle clickers from it now on mobiles, kind of stems from it.
Wasn't Myst one of those kind of games that it will screw you over if it wants to?
Yeah, there'd be things that just blow your mind.
Yeah.
You need to like download the walkthrough. So the creators, the original creators, have brought this new game. It's come out today, on Steam, and it's Abduction. So and it's set in a time where everything in life is gone. This an organic artifact has fallen from the sky, and
Like always.
transport you inexplicably across the universe to this new world called Hunrath. And there's pieces of the Earth that you were on that's scattered all over the place on this alien landscape.
Yeah, just
I
hate
know
it when that
else is there
happens.
apart from you. I know it's horrible. Like the co-op's just miles away now. And there's nobody on there, and you just got to explore, solve, and decide and what the hell's going on.
Is this what
There's
No Man's
nobody
Sky
on there
was
that-
supposed to be?
Oh, damn it, you beat me to
What
the
it's
joke.
supposed to
Damn it.
Two.
Speaking about No Man's Sky, the concurrent players has dropped 89% in the last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the point I was about to make.
I feel sorry for that game because I am still playing it at the moment. But I understand where people are starting to get upset with the game where there isn't really anything to do.
No, I put 2 hours into it and I have no real interest in going back to it. There's nothing in the game that makes me think I really want to get to this point or whatever.
Well, they've spoken about... Alright, first of all, I'm going to say this now. There might be slight spoilers here. But they've said that they've already seen what's in the centre. What awaits in the centre of No Man's Sky's galaxy is the thing players are furious about the most.
Fuck off.
Is it nothing?
I've got a feeling it might be nothing, yeah. Or it'd be a restart.
Yeah. Just like starts a bigger world or something.
A black hole, it just sucks all the work you've done in and
Yeah, and then
spits
it just...
back out.
Just resets your game.
Start again.
Yeah, a giant picture of the dev's face with like "Gotcha," got him underneath.
Yeah, with lol 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 lol.
He's nuts.
It's just a giant meme.
Yeah, that's it. There's like you land on this planet, and all there is like this like signpost, and on the signpost it says, "I'm Rick Harrison, and this is my pawn shop. I work here with my old man and my son, Big Hoss. And in 23 years, I've learnt one thing: you never know what's gonna come through the door."
Quick question, Shimmy. Are you reading that off of something, or have you memorised that?
Memorize it.
Being honest.
Okay, I'm reading it from
Right.
the screen.
I'm gonna wait.
I was hoping you were reading it from a screen.
Sorry,
Yeah,
wait.
I
What?
did used to watch it all the time though.
Okay.
It's a fresh meme, isn't it, at the moment?
Yeah, I was just kind of hoping you didn't have that off memory, otherwise that would have been it.
So, do you guys want to know what is actually in the center? Are you guys planning to go back to it?
I'm not really
I'm
bothered.
not entirely sure I mind enough to tell you not to say
Right,
it.
like I
so-
said, this is
I
going to
don't
be
own the game.
This is going to be spoilers.
But the, what, 10% of you that are still playing
They're
it?
still playing it, yeah. So, once you reach the center of the galaxy, the point you've been working towards all this time, eager to meet whatever god or learn the big revelation about the game's world, there is nothing for you there.
Nothing.
No, that's really it.
Yay.
The game zooms back all the way to the same menu you first saw when you started it, and one with all the stars and systems. That's
Oh,
it.
God.
There is nothing in the center.
Do you get the feeling that the amount of times they put that back, they eventually just thought, should we put an ending in this? They thought, no one will ever get there, it'll be fine.
Do you know what I want? I want there to be a bigger revelation. Actually, in the center of it, Peter Molyneux is actually the lead designer of this game.
I think in the centre it should have been Earth, and when they land in Earth, they land on they fly to an airport, right? Get out, and then they play GTA 6.
Oh,
on
no.
that planet.
No, I had the weird feeling you're going to say that in land, and then the spaceship just suddenly lands in your back garden. Thinking, what have I just done?
Ew,
But,
buddy.
yeah,
I actually seen that Sony were actually giving people the money back who bought it off the store who complained about it.
I'm still keeping the game because I'm enjoying the exploration side of it.
Yeah, but was it worth it for full price, though?
No,
No.
I don't
No.
think it was worth it for full price. I think the game, it feels more. I've played better early access games for half
Yeah.
the price. But I think the point is, if I'm still enjoying it now, that's a good sign. And it'll be interesting to see what they do with it and what they've learned from this. Because I think it's not the developer's fault fully. It might just be. I would sort of blame Sony here.
Well, yeah, but didn't we say this last time? Was it that it was? We basically said it was overhyped, didn't you,
Yeah.
by players?
Yeah.
But I've researched it more, and I've been looking at cross-referencing from how the devs what they were saying about the game, and it was utter just shit lies.
Was it?
Yeah, and I thought
Terrible devs.
actually, just looking back, seeing the stuff, and but I think we were fools to believe what they were saying. I think we've been done by a few times, like you mentioned before with Peter Molyneux, with his Fable. Games have always underachieved, and they've gone well, like Fable, or gone bad, like what's that game about the hacker, the Ubisoft one?
Watch Dogs.
Oh, Watch Dogs.
Dogs, yeah. And it doesn't necessarily mean because they've lied, it's a bad game. You know what I mean?
It just
Or
wasn't what
because they're
people
misrepresented,
expected.
but it wasn't what people expected, and they have literally, there is tweets there that have been put out by the devs saying there is multiplayer. You know, it's going to be so cool when players meet each other, and it's like
Oh.
that's not there. It's never going to be there.
Well,
Yeah, but they're
don't
on a
say that
much
it's never
smaller-
going to be there. It might.
Well, okay,
be
it might
there,
be in DLC.
but it's not there at the moment.
£8.
Yeah.
On a much smaller scale, though, that was the same thing that State of Decay did. Do you remember that game?
Yeah,
When
I
it was
remember that.
being
Yeah.
hyped as the big thing from Microsoft, and then they said at the last minute, "Oh yeah, we can't do that." But now they've announced it for the second game. So do you think if there's a No Man's Sky 2, they'll go, "By the way, suddenly we found a way to do multiplayer"?
Well, there's games that have promised us more, and they've ended up getting a second title.
yeah.
Didn't State of Decay re-release?
Yeah,
And
they
then like
re-released on
totally
Xbox
for a
One.
for a full price game again, and just completely disband the first one.
Yeah. Well, I know
Yeah.
that the
It's an
second one's
exact
actually
re-release
supposed
of
to
the
be coming
exact
soon.
same
It's
game.
exact. Yeah, it was exact re-release just with all DLC. That was literally all it was.
Yeah.
And now they're releasing second one. They've said there's definitely going to be multiplayer in this one, guys.
So, have you guys got a feeling that No Man's Sky might be one of our games that we would put on the list for most? Would you say worst or most disappointing games?
I don't know if worst, because I mean, yeah,
still a
it's not
good
the
game.
most
Bad
interesting of games, but it's not terrible.
But
It's not. buggy or anything like that.
Yeah.
So
Like, it
you
works as a
pretty
game.
disappointing then.
Yeah, I'd say more disappointing.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, we've got quite a while yet. There is plenty of time for other games to disappoint us yet.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that. And look, No Man's Sky might be better in about a year's time, but when you're paying around about £50 for a game, you expect it to be at least better than it is at the moment.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But there again, do you think any updates they do could actually improve it, though? That's the problem.
yeah, add multiplayer.
Yeah, but do we really see that coming as an update? Being brutally honest.
No, I don't.
Also, the varied planets and stuff. Planets aren't that too different, and
Isn't it like 11 variations, really? Something like that.
yeah, and the animals have got some ridiculously pathetic combinations that just don't make any sense whatsoever and look stupid. That I've seen. It's just like there's one with like it's like a horse with a fly's head and it's got like a little penis for a nose, and it was like it doesn't make sense. It just looks like a child put a load of like I don't know chopped up a Pokemon and stuck bits together. It didn't look like it wasn't like you know when they're showing you those like big like dinosaur looking ones with like, leaves on them, you know, and
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
and it was like whoa they look really cool. That was all completely staged crap. There's no
Yeah,
them.
'cause there aren't any big, like, properly big ones in the game, aren't there?
No. Oh no! Wait 1 minute. There is Big Bird.
But that's only like what 8 foot tall.
Yeah, but still freaks the hell out of me.
There was no that natural flow of creatures that actually look like they have, you know, evolved from some sort of primordial illusion, you know, done to the surroundings. It was more like, I don't know.
Either way, it feels like half a game, especially when you're paying £50 for it. That's pretty much what I'm getting from this. So I'll go back to it, but I might wait a bit of time and see what happens. I don't think this is the last we're going to be hearing about No Man's Sky and other bad decisions that they make.
Have they actually put out official response to all the complaints yet? Do we know?
Not really.
Because they've got to eventually, surely. Or at least they've got to acknowledge
They
that
would,
it's
but they've
there.
still got to count their money first.
Yeah.
I think they're
That's
too
the problem,
busy
though. They
surrounded by
made
money.
Yeah.
Isn't it one of the is it second biggest selling game on release on PlayStation?
It was,
Something
yeah,
like
it
that?
was. I think it's the second biggest selling new IP on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Not bad for like a team of like 15 people.
Exactly, and they had the problem with floods at one point as well. So yeah.
Almost damage the multiplayer servers. Oh,
Oh. Anyway, moving on. Overwatch forums glitched out. Reveals a message from the mysterious Sombra. So that's by the sounds of things going to be the next character. Why are you now dressed up as Rocky? Don't punch me. So I give Overwatch its dues. At least they're still sticking with the promise of giving everything for free, in a way.
Yeah.
I think the only thing you pay for is what's it called? Loot crates and stuff like that, don't you? Or the
I haven't played it.
Yeah.
But
Have any of us played Overwatch?
I played the beta with you.
Yeah, we did play the, but
I
after
got it
that,
when
the
it
actual
came out.
game.
Yeah, I got it when it came out. Yeah.
So what do you think of Overwatch? Because I enjoyed it. What we've played.
It got to the point where there was like just people
Too repetitive.
played it a lot who had tactics that became more tactics for all the pros and they were using them. I like the fact they brought seasons in
Yeah.
to try and separate the pros from the casuals.
But then again, I think we would have expected that to happen. You've got to remember the studio who's behind it is Blizzard, who are known for World of Warcraft and is it Dota, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So two
it was
games.
a mod of it. Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't make it.
Yeah, you gotta think Dota itself. It is a huge esports game, and I think that's what they want to try and do with Overwatch as well, is turn it into another esports game if they can. And they've also got Hearthstone, another game which has got a huge esports following.
Oh,
They
shit.
just keep generating esports games there.
Yeah.
which I find funny because Activision struggles. What was that? Oh, hello. Anyway, moving away from that, Humble Bundle comes to PlayStation for the first time with Capcom Bundle. So, Humble Bundle and Capcom have teamed up to deliver the first of the Pay What You Want schemes packages for PlayStation consoles. So the games that are on there, so for over $1, you get $1 for Wolf of the Battlefield Commando 3 on the PS3, Strider on the PS3 or PS4, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix on the PS3, Final Fight Double Impact on the PS3, and a coupon for 45% off Street Fighter 5. If you beat the average, which at the time of this was written here, was about $11.86, which is unusually high, because it's usually around about $6 for something like that, isn't it? Have you guys actually used Humble Bundle before?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It's a good look. I love what they do. They're great.
Is that the one where some of it goes to charity?
You can choose it to go to charity.
Yeah.
You can choose some or you can send it to developers or send it to Humble Bundle themselves.
I just give a penny and say sod 'em.
You don't really get that much, mate. So yeah, if you spend beat the average, you will also receive Lost Planet 3 for the PS3, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix on the PS3, Resident Evil HD on the PS3 or PS4, Okami HD on the PS3, Remember Me on the PS3, and the Mega Man 9 and 10 combo pack for the PS3. And if you cough up $15, and you also will get Resident Evil 0 Remastered on the PS3 or PS4, Devil May Cry HD Collection on the PS3, and a coupon for 50% off Mega Man Legacy Collection in the PS Store. So you get some decent games there. A couple for the PS4, mainly for the PS3. Nothing for the Vita.
Is any of them backwards compatible? You've got to dust off your old PS3.
Well, there's no such thing as backwards compatible on the PlayStation.
Oh, well, there you go then. So it's a waste of bloody time.
Well, it's
But
not.
then again, if you had a PlayStation, that's still not bad.
Yeah, if you still got a PlayStation 3, you can spend $15 and you get
massive pile of games.
Some great games from Capcom itself.
Dollars.
Yeah, it's in
About
dollars.
£11.
It's around about £11, yeah. You're probably paying £11 just for Resident Evil 0.
Yeah, I know it's good. Yeah, you don't have to convince me. I've used Humble Bundle lots of times.
So, yeah, that is available until okay. Now this is the fun part. So before you run off and take advantage of this, be aware that this bundle is only available for PSN accounts in the territories listed below.
Oh, what might those be?
Okay, so they are, starting from the top.
Hang on, is it just include? We're only in Europe, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, but I'd like to point out that you can get a free account, a US account, on your PS3 or PS4, so you can then use these codes through that. Just saying. So the eligible territories are the US, Canada, Mexico, Brazil, Chile, Argentina, Peru, Colombia, Panama, Costa Rica, Ecuador, Guatemala, El Salvador, Paraguay.
So what I'm hearing is
Honduras,
North and South America,
Bolivia, Uruguay, and Nicaragua.
Nicaragua.
Thank you.
You could have just said North and South America.
Yeah, so North and
He
South
doesn't
America.
know that. He doesn't know. He's just listing the countries.
No,
He's
no,
listing
that's what I
all
thought I'd
like
help out.
672 countries
No, that's all
of
the
the world.
countries that are there.
And I'm pretty sure that's. I mean, don't get mad at me if I'm wrong, but I think that was probably most, if not all, of South America.
That's all the countries that are available in the US PSN account area. But then again, like I said, the accounts are free, so you could easily just set yourself an account up. There is ways of doing it, which we are not going to tell you about. But I bet
We
if
definitely
you
do not condone.
Yeah, it's not like we already have done that. Anyway, But yeah,
Anyway,
let's move away from this. And yeah.
It looks like Rocky going on over there, look.
Ow!
All we need is to find you some steps.
Oh, so backwards compatible on the Xbox One. So first of all, the latest game is Call of Duty 2, which you can now play backwards compatible. But we spoke about a game last week called Bomberman. Oh, now it's running. Called Bomberman Live Battlefest, which became backwards compatible. Was it on Thursday, Paul?
It was Thursday.
Yeah. Now, we had no idea this was happening. We're psychic, aren't we? How many times have we said something and it happens the day after? I like those odds. So, yeah.
that was a strong response then. How many times has this happened? Ho ho! And everyone's like, no.
No, it's
never
never happened.
It's never happened before,
No.
you fool.
Uh,
Don't embarrass me further.
No, stop it. But yeah, so Bomberman Live Battlefest is now available on backwards compatible, and so is Call of Duty 2. So if you do want to play a decent Call of Duty game, hopefully 4 will become backwards compatible one day. Hopefully.
Once they've milked all the money out of it with a new.
Yeah.
No, they won't make 4. How many of the games do you really think they're going to remaster in the Call of Duty series? How many do we think they're going to make backwards compatible? How many do we think it's going to be remastered?
I think that's it.
I think 4 will be remastered, that'll be it.
I get the feeling they're going to do it with at least Modern Warfare 2 as well.
Yeah, I do. I think it would be nice to see like what's it called, a Black Ops collection or something like that come out in the future. Or that's the thing, they've got so many series of games, they could easily do a collection of them.
Yeah.
Talking about collections, by the sounds of things, we are getting close to a Assassin's Creed Ezio collection, because they have now been rated in, I think it was China. So, look, I'll be happy with that. If it's just 2 about Brotherhood and Revelations, I think a lot of people will enjoy that, especially with the movie coming out at the end of this year, and there's no new mainstream Assassin's Creed coming out this year. So we'll see what happens with that. I think that's pretty much everything.
When you talk about collections,
Yeah.
last week had the BioShock collection been officially, like with the trailers and everything, had that come out by the time of the podcast last week?
I think.
No.
Or was that more
September.
recently?
Oh, the trailer, sorry.
I don't think there was.
Yeah,
any,
'cause-
yeah, I don't think there was any trailers. I think it was officially announced. What is it? It's BioShock
comparison,
1, 2, and
It's BioShock
Infinite.
1, 2, and Infinite. Is it next month it's coming out?
This month.
October, somewhere around there? I don't know, I should probably get my
September,
facts
sorry.
straight.
September.
September. So yeah, end of next month, I think, isn't it? Or I don't know. Some point in September,
I'll say-
they're releasing that on Xbox One,
I would
PS4.
say we have talked
PC, I
about
imagine.
it, but I don't remember
Yeah, because
if it
they
was
did
official at that time.
they did the side by side comparisons of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks a lot better.
Well, then again, you got to think, how old is the original BioShock?
Fair
It
point.
still looks good though. Even
It
the
does.
original.
It does look a lot better. But yeah, that's a thing now, which
Yeah.
I will definitely play.
By the way, that Assassin's Creed Ezio collection, which has been rated for the PS4 and Xbox One, it wasn't China, it was South Korea, which had whose ratings and administration committee had rated the games. So yeah, hopefully we'll get more about that. I won't be surprised if we get an announcement in the next couple of weeks of the game coming out, say November, December time, just in time for the movie. Also, one more thing. Cappy Games Below has been delayed indefinitely now, which it was showed off at E3 2013, and we haven't heard anything of it since. So that means it's probably dead.
Oh, they've announced that the spiritual success from Silent Hill has got funding again.
Oh yes, that's another thing. Alison Road is. I didn't really want to mention that, especially when I have now not got a Nights of Horror game at the moment.
I was just gonna say that.
So yeah, Alison Road is now being developed again. I'm trying to find who the new developers are. So yeah, if people don't know, Alison Road was being made and then it was being kickstarted, which then they ended up pulling out the Kickstarter because they ended up getting a publishing deal with Team 17, who, if you don't know, are the guys behind Worms and The Escapist. And something happened. Nothing's really been told what has fully happened, but the game ended up being canned. Due to some kind of disagreement. No idea what it was. But yeah, it's been picked up again by a different studio, as I'm still trying to find the information. Looking for that horrible, horrible face. I remember the image. So yeah, what do you guys think that this Alison Road is coming back? Me, I am not thrilled.
I can't say honestly I'm bothered either way. I'm not a horror game kind of guy personally, but I mean a lot of people were pretty excited for that, if I remember right.
So I've got the story now. So Alison Road, Lilith's limited promising cancelled horror project has been revived, the developer announced on Facebook. The announcement comes just 2 months after the game was unceremoniously cancelled despite success on Kickstarter and a publishing deal. After fans of the game's social media page noticed new activity for the first time since the project was killed, the team declared in the post that Alison Road is again in development. So how far along the project is now remains unclear, although it seems unlikely that publisher Team 17 will continue to work with Lilith Limited on the game. So for the so an update, don't expect this game to be showing back up on Kickstarter, Chris Kelser told Polygon via an email. The game, whose development is currently going slower than before, will be funded by Kelser himself for the time being. He says, actually I'm working freelance jobs to earn money to finance development, he said. Thankfully, and everyone who helped me up to this point was very supportive along the way and kept things affordable for me, and I'm very grateful for that. He added that he and Lilith Limited may pursue external fundings in the future. So I've got a feeling we probably will not expect to see this game for quite a while now.
Yeah.
Which has just made me even happier because that means I've dodged a bullet.
For a different size bullet.
Why don't you download Daylight and play that?
What, PT?
No, Daylight. One called Daylight.
I think I've already done Daylight, haven't I? Do you mean the one with the mobile phone? And the halls change?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've already played it, so I'm not allowed to do that game again, unfortunately. But if you want, you can do that if you want, Paul, for the Nights of Horror.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, that's in October. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, yeah, let's just move on to the UK charts. Did we just lose somebody?
Yeah, Shimmy.
What it says. I'll check the message in a minute.
Oh, it's alright. It's fine. Just keep going.
Yeah, keep going. Right. So anyway, we're going back to the UK charts. I had it saved in a different section. The update for the week ending 21st. Work phone. There we go. So, the UK game charts. F1 2016 launches straight into pole position, replacing No Man's Sky at number 1. Launching 5 weeks later than its predecessor, sales are down 32% on F1 2015. Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens climbs up a place to number 3 with promotions helping to give it a boost. There is little change in the top 10 with a host of new releases not due out until next week. However, outside the top 10, the most notable climber is EA's Mirror's Edge Catalyst, which leaps back into the top 40 at number 27. So, at number 5 is Grand Theft Auto 5, number 4 is Overwatch, number 3 is Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens, down 1 to number 2 is No Man's Sky, and new at number 1 is F1 2016.
I imagine though that stuff like GTA is just going to pretty much stay there.
Well, it usually
for
has. I think
quite a while, yeah.
I think the last time they were number 1, was it not last week but the week before? They
Yeah.
said that it was. It's been in the charts itself now for about 100 and some days, 100 and
I
some
don't
weeks.
see
Sorry.
it dropping out though, honestly.
Well, it's how many generations has it now got? It's been over 2 generations, plus it's gone on to PC as well now. So it
Yeah.
just keeps giving itself more life as it goes along. I won't be surprised if we don't get a VR version for its
But I
next
mean, they're
step.
also still updating stuff, aren't they?
Well, it's, yeah,
So-
that, and we're still expecting to see some DLC come out for the for the single player.
Yeah.
Even if it's standalone, that would be brilliant, because that's what they did with 4, didn't they? They ended up bringing out the Lost in the Damned and the Ballad of Gay Tony as standalone games. Was
Yeah.
it known as Liberty City Stories?
Yes, mate.
Yeah. So I won't be surprised if we see something with GTA 5 in that kind of stance. Probably not until next year, because they're still, like you said, still updating the online to a point that they've just given us a brilliant Cunning Stunts update not long ago.
Yeah.
So UK game releases. So I think, quick question. We already know some of the games that have come out this week because they've already come out. Who do you think might be number 1 next week? I'm probably going with Deus Ex myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Because that's the biggest release I can think of off the top of my head. I don't see F1 staying up there.
No, I don't either. I'm surprised it even got number 1, to be honest.
I suppose, though, there is still die-hard fans of that, aren't there? Really?
Yeah. Well, it's like Football Manager. It's one of the best-selling games in Europe still, isn't it?
Although they're against stuff like FIFA, obviously the whole year round.
Exactly.
So I suppose
Well,
it's
FIFA
just...
keeps popping up time and again. And we're about a month away from the next game, which
Yeah,
I'm
about that.
highly looking forward to, and it's mainly just because of that story mode.
It depends on how they work it. I mean, it could be good, it could be...
As long as I get to pick what
pretty
team I get to
minimal.
go with, because no offense, I don't want to go with Man City. Not Man City.
United.
Well, but I don't want to go with
Well
either,
done for
to be
just
honest.
offending everybody. Well done.
I don't care. I'm a Liverpool fan. Get over it. Anyway,
No, I just like the fact you mixed up Manchester United and Manchester City. That was the bit that...
they're both annoying as shit. So,
I think you have to be at Man United. I think it's like basically the Marcus Rashford story.
yeah, you've got to at least have some kind of annoyance. With Man City, you've got to have some kind of annoyance, but still feel a little bit of grief of so many years of hurt. Yeah, where were we? So, games that came out yesterday, first of all, Tuesday the 23rd of August. Deus Ex Mankind Divided came out on the Xbox One, PS4 and PC. Worms WMD came out on the Xbox One, PS4, PC and PS Vita digital only. For the PS Vita, that is. Inside on the PS4 came out digital only. And Metrico Plus came out on the PS4 digital only. As Shimmy mentioned earlier, a game that came out today, the 24th of August, Abduction on the PC, digital only, which I might have a look into actually. Games coming out Thursday, the 25th of August, Madden NFL 17. Matt, what are you doing?
Sorry, I'll stand still.
No, continue moving. It gives some to look at. On Thursday, the 25th of August, Madden NFL 17 comes out on the 360, PS3, Xbox One, and PS4. Master of Orion Conquer the Stars comes out PC digital only, and the other 99 comes out on PC digital only. And then on Friday, the 26th of August, we've still got a lot here, mate. Because it's coming up to September now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So on Friday, the 26th of August, the King of Fighters, King of Fighters 14 comes out on the PS4. Assetto Corsa comes out on the Xbox One and PS4.
That was pretty highly hyped when it originally came out on PC, wasn't it? If I remember right.
AOT Wings of Freedom.
Attack on Titan.
Thank you. Attack on Titan. Comes out on the PS3 and PS3, PC and PS Vita digital only, and there will be retail versions for the Xbox One and the PS4. Then on Tuesday the 30th of August, God Eater 2 Rage Burst comes out on the PS4 and PS Vita. The Turing Test comes out on the Xbox One and PC digital only. Hue comes out on the Xbox One, PS4, PC digital only. World of Warcraft Legion comes out on the PC. Resident Evil 4 comes out on Xbox One, PS4 digital only. Fallout 4 Nuka World comes out on the Xbox One, PS4, PC digital only. That's the last DLC, isn't it, for Fallout 4? And The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Game of the Year Edition comes out on the Xbox One, PS4 and PC. So that is everything that is coming out in the next week.
That's a lot of stuff,
crap,
actually.
yeah.
Not a bad week, actually. Is there anything there that you're actually going to consider getting?
Well, I've already got two of the games that have really got my interest already, and that is Worms WMD and Deus Ex. Looking at the other ones, I'm thinking Resident Evil 4, maybe. The Turing Test seems interesting as well, because it's supposed to be a puzzle game, again.
Yeah.
And it reminds me a bit of, the Stanley Parable.
Yes.
I'm expecting it to be probably something like that again, so I might look into that. But no, they're the only games that I can actually see that I'm interested in. Is there any that you guys seem interested in out of that list?
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan. Well, do you like those kind of games?
Yeah, well, I like the anime and I like the...
What about God Eater 2?
God Eater 2. I tried the demo on the legitimate Singapore store account I've got.
Well,
fortunately it was in Japanese, so I didn't get very far.
Well, I've been told that there's a Steingate game coming out as well, soon. I don't know when about it was, but I ended up getting an email. Steingate 0 comes out on the 23rd of September for the PS4 and the PS Vita, which is a 2D game.
A lot of PlayStation stuff this week, isn't there, really?
Well, yeah, but I think it's not a lot of PlayStation stuff. I think there's a lot of stuff that is coming out on multiple consoles.
Yeah, I suppose.
And then you've got a few odds and ends, which, like, for example, Inside, it was already out on the Xbox One and the PC. So it would have been a timed exclusive for them, and then coming out, like, what's that game coming out on the 1st that we spoke about?
No idea.
It's one of the games with gold.
Yeah. Turn-based RPG.
I can't remember its name, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, so that's a timed exclusive for the Xbox One and the maybe PC for at least a month, and then it's going to be coming out on the other consoles.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that is pretty much it with the games lists. Before we go, this is weird because we haven't actually got anything on the screen for this. Matt,
No.
we're Tattastic, where have you gone, mate?
I went to find him a minute ago, but I couldn't find him.
Oh, in the world, I don't know. I've just been jumping around the edge. I've gone near this big tower in the sky. I've tried to climb up a waterfall.
I think I could probably guess.
That's like a great
Yeah, you
tower.
keep going and I'll go find him.
I could just teleport you guys.
You could do that.
There we go. So, here we are. Hi, guys. Stand still. So, first of all, I think the game just tried to freeze it. There we go. 1 minute. So, keep stood up because then you can see your name. There we go. So, first of all, thank you guys for joining us for, like I said, one of the weirdest podcasts that we've done. I recommend people who are listening to this on the audio, seriously, go and watch the video of this because it is weird. guys, really, that is weird. No, separate. So first of all, if you want, you can follow us on Twitter at GDW2007, at Matthew Wright 22, at Tattastic Gamer, and at Red Shimmy, who I think has had to disappear.
He had to drop out for reasons. Yeah.
You can also follow us on Twitch. Same again, GDW2007.
No Twitch for me.
No Twitch for Matt. At Red Shimmy and at Tattastic. Red Shimmy and Tattastic Gamer. Just had twitch.tv at the end of all those. And also, go to tattasticgamer.com.
Yeah, all at the beginning.
All at the beginning. Just place it anywhere. You know what? It might work. Go to tattasticgamer.com as well for gaming reviews and streams that Paul is doing over there. And also go to craveyourgame.wordpress.com for the audio version of the podcast and the update, which will be coming out on Tuesday this week because it is bank holiday on Monday. You guys just realised it's a bank holiday. I just noticed that.
No, I already knew it was a bank holiday.
Sure you did. Ow.
You get a lot of alcohol, and this is what I do on a bank holiday after I've had a drink. Punch!
Oh, no punching. You can also follow Crave Your Game on Twitter at Crave Your Game. Follow us here on Twitch at twitch.tv/CTG Podcast. Also, go to cravethegame.net for a very friendly gaming community. Be aware we are changing a few things over there at the moment, so bear with us. Because next week is the
5-year anniversary.
5-year anniversary of Crave the Game. It explains why we are here and not on our beautiful usual set for the podcast. Yeah. You drew on another penis, haven't you, in the snow?
Coming from you.
Have I covered everything? Is that everything covered? I think so, isn't it? I really have lost track of everything this week. So, yeah, join us again next week for the CTG podcast, where we will be back where we usually are. All I can say is I'm sorry about this week.
Hey, we got through it. After that first half hour, we got through it.
They don't know anything about that first half hour because they will never know about that first half hour.
I mean, what first half hour?
Yeah, that never existed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, until then, guys, thank you for joining us, and we will speak to you guys later. Oh, also, no, I just realised something I forgot. YouTube.com/Crave Your Games for
let's not forget that one.
Don't forget that one for daily videos. For example, this week's video that we're going to put up and show everybody who I don't know. Quiplash.
Quiplash is a good one. That has all of us in it.
Yeah, with all three of us in it. Yeah, where Matt upset somebody.
No.
Yes.
Alright, I upset... Yeah, you're right, actually.
After Tattastic started it off.
Yeah, I upset somebody, and then things get out of hand.
This is why Paul's run off. There we go. He knows what he did.
Hashtag hate your actions.
We haven't even got to that episode yet.
No, that's the next one. Or is the next one after? No, it's one after that.
It's the one after that. The next one is called the Matt episode. So I would recommend go and watch that. It was
if you love me that much, you've got to go watch that.
Or just go and watch it anyway.
Yeah. Oh.
Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us. I've got to go and change that cheese board sometime this week as well. Behind you.
I was wondering what you were talking about.
Now,
what the giant...
See the giant sign that says, the giant board that says cheese. That is the cheese board.
Okay then. And on that note...
thank you guys for joining us. And, goodbye everybody. Oh, wait, that's not on punch. Is that on punch? Bye! Yeah, I'm the last person they see. Oh, ow. Matt, why?
I was trying to wave next to you.
I'm going to die before the end of the song. It's like, yeah, stop it. Stop the punches. No more punches. The punches hurt. No!
Don't mind, I can do it if you want.
Go ahead, you do it, because like I said, I do it. Oi, oi, to yourself. How you doing, cousin?
You ready now for some epicness?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, fellow cravers, and welcome to the CTG Podcast. On today's date, which is
The
17th
17th
of
August.
August 2026.
Close enough.
I am your host tonight, Superstar Red Shimmy. Somewhere in a box, there's a lovely my mate Paul, Tattastic Gamer.
Yep.
Nice.
Also, down to the side,
No, above.
was little mate Jake, who's also Secret Jinx from Pokemon. And yeah, welcome to the podcast, guys. How are we today?